Something grabbed it when I started to bring it in then. Something on the end. What's that? Oh, hello, hello. Hello, Charlie crayfish. Crank it off. Thanks, 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 thanks. So welcome to day 3 of the Thames Festival. You join me today on Cullum Reach. I'm on peg 5, just by the electricity pylons. The wind is blowing, the sun is shining, and I think today is what I would classify as go for broke. Up until now, I've picked up quite a few points in the festival to this point. So today I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm trying to, 1, find out if there's any bream in this area, 2, win the match, and 3, win the match. So that's sort of the tactic, and I've set up appropriately to do just that. Just a quick look at the side tray. There's not a lot on it today. Actually there is, but it's all basically to catch me bream. I've got some dead maggots, I've got some casters, I've got some worm, I've got some corn, I've got some more dead and a few live maggots. I've got loads more corn, I've got loads more dead maggots, and I've got an absolute load of green groundbait, which is Advantage green bream, and some brown crumb in there as well, just to thin it out a little bit. So that's it, that's what I'm doing, that's the fishing for today. I've got just the one rod set up, and then I've got another one exactly the same. It's my 12-foot SLR. I've got 8-pound ST. I've got a 30-gram large hex fielder. I'll try that again. I've got a 30-gram hex feeder from Preston Innovations. I've got a small twizzle boom, and I've got 017 all the way down 3 foot to a size 12 MWGB from Guru. I'm going to fish that today, either with a single or double dead rabina, dead maggot, and maybe even a piece of corn. But that's it. It's an all-out bream attack today. I'm either going to catch them or I'm going to blank. In terms of the match approach today, obviously it's an all-out feeder attack. I'm going to start by putting a few feeder fulls worth of ground bait out first, and then I'm going to fish obviously straight on that line. I'll mix the bait in as I go, the particles into the ground bait, and we'll start with corn and casters, and maybe some dead maggots. I'm going to save chop worm until later. There are quite a few crayfish in this area, so I don't want them to hone in on my one and only line. So if I need to put them because I'm not catching, halfway through the match, then we'll see. But I'm going to start with a corn and caster approach and see how we get on. There we go. So I'm just going to start with some corn and casters. I'm just going to plug it either side with the ground bait. A few casts like this, and then I'll put my hook length back on, and then we'll be fishing. Just going to let that get to the bottom, and then hopefully it's all going to come out. See the ground bait is really just to plug at either end, and the feeder's packed with casters and corn. to keep going for a bit. This is my main line of attack, so yeah, it's worth me spending some time getting it right. Bream or bust, I think I'll call the video. Right, so just do a couple more with some dead maggot in. Alright, just one more and then we'll be off. Come back with some of it still in. So we'll do one more. Switch off that larger feeder and drop down a size. Because I don't want to go crazy. Starting with a 3-foot hook length today. I don't think it needs to be this long, but it's my standard length and it caught me some fish yesterday, so I'm happy to stay on it. I'll start on double dendrobina, which is my favourite bait for bream. There we go. Going to plug it with corn and caster every cast. I'll put some dead maggot in every now and then, and let's get fishing. Because there's no flow, quite a bit of wind, Actually, I'm able to just fish the rod as I would as if I was at a commercial. I'm bringing something back in. Didn't have a bite. Just bring it back in to recast. Nice gnarly piece of barbed wire. I'll wear that in. I'm just going to fish with a double worm until past, and then I'm going to try some dead maggots on the hook, I think. Double worm's my favourite, but I have heard of a lot of people catching on a lot of dead maggots, so let's just put a few more dead maggots in this cast. If you're watching today and you're enjoying the content, you know, and you want to give it a like, please do. Share the content if you've got the ability, and if you're subscribed, you know, thanks very much for supporting the channel. It's a free way to do it, so you know, I really appreciate it, and it helps get my content in front of other people. And if you're not subscribed, as many of you aren't, then you know, consider hitting the subscribe button. It's an easy way to find your way back, and you know, maybe I'm going to catch a load of bream. Or maybe, as I say, maybe this is the end of the video. Who knows? It's safe to conclude at the moment I'm not sitting on a pile of fish, but they swim. Okay, just checking the time. It's just 1:30. Time for a little update, I guess. No fish as yet. As I've said, it's like bream or nothing today. And although I have had one piece of barbed wire and one crayfish, so unfortunately I can't weigh those in. But yeah, so no fish as of yet. I've just started on a small piece of single dendrobina. I did the first half an hour on double dendrobina, and then the next 45 minutes, next hour on dead maggot. So time to try something else. Going to still put loads of particles in, as I was saying earlier. If there's no bream here, which I believe there's not currently, if they do come through my peg, then I want them to stay. So I'm going to keep piling in the particles and see what we can do. It's sort of a session of discovery today. Right, just coming back up to 2 o'clock. Little update. Still no fish. A little thunderstorm that passed through, but no other indications. So I'm just going back on double worm. Fish that for a little bit, but slightly smaller pieces in length. Still packing particles in that groundbait, and we'll see how I go with this. Two hours gone, 3 to go. Okay, it's just gone 2 o'clock and I've made the decision to start putting some chopped worm in. with the bait as well. And to take the risk against the crayfish versus the positive it might do for the peg. So some chopworm is going in, and let's see if that makes a difference. That's what's going on in the peg. So 2 o'clock, first chopworm cast. Well, there's a fish. I didn't have a bite. But there's something on the end of here that's not a crayfish. It's thumping like a bream. It looks like a bream. Oh, brilliant. So, 2 hours and 40 minutes into the match, I've had a bream. Perfect. And I've hooked it in the mouth. It must have either just grabbed it or it's grabbed it as I've picked it up. I don't know, either way. It was strange because I didn't see a bite and then pulled into it. Very good. I do wonder if that hook length's too long, but let's see. Oh, I'm not sure if that was a little drop back then. Could come quick. Just swapped a single worm. I'm going to give that 5 minutes. I've noticed like a few bleak just on the surface there when I cast in. The ground bait has turned into a little bit of a mush. I think that's the excess water coming off of all the particles that I've dumped in it. I still think it's doing the job and delivering the bait where I want. Okay. Okay, it's leaving a cloud in the water. So I guess that's what the bleak are after. That's pulling my rod in. I'm going to have to leave that in the video now, aren't I? Reason that hook length's broken. Okay. So just going into the last hour. I'm still on one perch and one bream. I have lost a fish. You'll have seen it in the footage by now. I don't know if it was a bream or if it was a pike, but I got broken off on the hook length. And maybe I've worked it out from the footage by now and had a look, but as I brought the fish in, it was thumping a little bit. It felt like a bream, but then when I got it closer, it started to pull a little bit, and then it went closer, started to try to go down the edge, and I just have a feeling that the angle changed on the line, and maybe it was a pike, but I'll have to re-watch it to find out. If it was a bream, then it was disappointing, but I think what I'll do is I'll put a little caption on the video right now with what I think it was afterwards. But let me know in the comments, what do you think? It's difficult to see, but maybe it's a done case. I just remember like a slender body as the fish just swam away as I pulled out of it, but I don't know. Either way, I'm on one bream and one perch, and I would love to catch another bream before the end of the match, so I'll keep an eye on these casts, cut them down to 3 minutes, put more chopped worm in, and just fish double dendra bean until the end of the match. My favourite bait here, and see if I can catch another bream. So 15 minutes to go. I think I'll just do my summary for the day. I came here looking for bream and I've caught one. I've lost another bigger fish, which I think was a pike. I fished the same spot for the last 5 hours. I've been alternating my casts between 3, 4 and 5 minutes. Started off by putting in quite a lot of corn and caster, and I switched that at 2 o'clock. So 2 hours into the match, I switched that to just chopped worm, and I had the bream at 20 to 3, so 40 minutes later. Did it make a difference? I'm not too sure. Ironically, I never even saw the bite for the bream, but I picked up and I wound into the fish and it was there. I hooked it in the mouth, it was clear, but maybe the longer hook length meant that it was just sitting there grazing on the bait, and I wasn't going to get a bite until a little bit later on. But anyway, so that was it. Look, I've had a fantastic time on this, my first 3 days, proper full 3 days of the Thames Festival, and I look forward to competing again in subsequent years, and hopefully we'll have a little bit more rain on the river next time. We can get a little bit of flow and catch a few more roach. But yeah, unless anything crazy happens, this will be me signing off. and you'll know my results by the time you're watching this. So anyway, thanks for watching. Once again, if you're watching the video and you've enjoyed it and you're not subscribed, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It really helps with the channel visibility, and it's a free way to support the channel, and you can find your way back. I do a lot of live content, and as well as these static videos, so you know, it's quite enjoyable for a lot of people. So maybe that's something that you'd like to see. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you are subscribed, I appreciate you as always. Hit the like button. I'll catch you on the next one. Ta-da.